This is Chrissy cooking at home. I would be Chrissy. So today, many things today. This first video today will be a life update video. If you're new, that is where I ramble about what is going on and what is going on with me and my kids and my sweetheart. I have Mr. Logan, who is 12, and Miss Nellie, who is 4 months. And then I have health issues. So not cooking in this video. I will be doing a video later where I am cooking because I created a wonderful recipe that turned out fantabulous for a lovely family that I have become good friends with. So what do I do in life update video? If you're new, dishes, because I don't have an electronic dishwasher. I do it with these. So I got my sink ready because I found out by editing and really listening to my videos when editing, you can't really hear me when I turn on the faucet with my new faucet. It is a loud faucet. And my new microphone really picks up the faucet really, really well. It picks up background noise, I think, better than it picks up me. So, let's get some dishes going in the soapy water. We need soapy water, hot soapy water. Last life update video was the 15th of August. Today is the 28th of August. So some things really went down. I know I talked about seeing the cardiologist about my low blood pressure issues. She was fantabulous. The solution to try was increase water. I already drank more than what she said. Increase salt. I didn't eat anywhere near the amount of salt she said to increase to, so that's been fun, trying to make sure that I get the salt in and wear compression socks. It didn't make sense at the time, but I was feeling a lot of anxiety seeing her, so it did after the fact, because increasing salt increases swelling. So compression socks, yeah. Glad I bought a 6-pack. The salt is working. The simplest solution. I don't need a medication. I don't need a procedure. I needed salt. You need salt in your system. You need water in your system. You need nutrients in your system. It's a balancing act. Duh. And I salt when I cook. I do. I salt when I cook. I use a lot of kosher salt, but I don't put a lot of salt in my food. I don't eat a lot of processed foods because of my weight loss surgery. We rarely eat out. Rarely. It's just too expensive. And I prefer my home-cooked food. So, and I have more of a sweet tooth than a salty tooth. I don't eat much processed food. I don't eat much potato chips. I rarely eat a lunch meat. It's very rare. So it's been a challenge to use this. I don't have it handy. My little salt shaker. Salt my plate. At the beginning I was using just pickle juice, shots of pickle juice. And that, let me tell you, that worked. I'm not doing as many shots of pickle juice. I'm doing better with salting my food. My blood pressure has been so much better. No lows, no dizzy spells, no collapsing to the floor. I do occasionally, when I stand up, get a whooshing sound in my head. And I wonder, too much salt? Am I going a little too high? So I still am big. I'm still a big girl. And I am older. I'm 40. And I recently had a baby, 4 months ago. So It could be accumulation of too much salt. I didn't test my blood pressure. I would just give it a minute and it would subside. It wasn't dizziness, and it wasn't like I was gonna hit the floor like when my blood pressure would be low. So I would just kind of chill. So that's that. Miss Nellie had her 4-month well visit, which meant immunizations. So 48 hours after the immunizations kind of sucked. Like anytime you get immunizations with a little one, it can suck. The crankiness, the achiness, the low-grade fever that can come on. But it's a personal belief. I believe they are extremely important. You know, I feel we're extremely lucky to have these immunizations that the scientists have come up with. I feel extremely lucky that my children can have them, that they're not allergic to them. I will tell you that Logan did have a reaction to one of them when he was 4 months old, his 4-month immunization. It's called an intussusception. So that was scary. So I had them delay that particular one that can cause that. And like, I should have bought a lottery ticket that day. And like 1 in a billion chance in this country. So I had them delay that one for Miss Nellie until she's 6 months. She is going to get it because that particular disease still scares the crap out of me if she were to ever get it. I can't imagine losing another child. I've already lost one. So, she'll get it when she's 6 months. The pediatrician and I talked about it. You know, our previous pediatrician's retiring, so he was there when this reaction happened to Logan. And Logan had to have surgery. So I had to explain what happened to Logan. She was shocked. It was the first time in her career that it ever happened. I mean, she knew it was a possibility, you know, being a doctor and all. But it was the first time in her career. Logan's 12 now. It was more common to have this reaction like 40, 50 years ago, not 12 years ago. I should have bought a lottery ticket that day. So she understood my concern, and she was okay with me delaying that one. I didn't say I reiterated to her, I'm not saying she'll never get it. She already had the first round. I was saying, put it off till 6 months old. Because you can put it off until, that one until up to 8 months. But I didn't want to go back when she was 8 months, because we got to go back when she's 6 months. So why go back in 2 months again? I'm going to be busy. So 6 months, I'm cool with. And that, you know, immunizations, it's individual to each family. I'm not telling you what to do. Just like you can't tell me what to do. That's not how it works in this country. Is it? So, I digress. Miss Nellie is awesome. Let me tell you. 4 months old. Belly time is always a hoot. Because she's been rolling over from her belly to her back since she was 9 days old. I have it on video. Because I was floored. So, putting her on her belly doesn't go exactly like it should. I have to constantly put her back on her belly. So that way we get proper chest development and rib cage development, stomach development. Everything needs to, you know, she needs to be on her chest. I know this. Thank you, George and Logan. So, at the appointment, the pediatrician has me put her on her abdomen for her to see how she's doing on belly time. And Nellie does what Nellie does. And she gets on her elbows. And she stays on her elbows. And she stays on her elbows for a good 10, 15 minutes. She doesn't lay on her chest. No, no, no. That makes her mad. And, she keeps her fists balled up when she's on her abdomen or on her elbows. And she wiggles and she wiggles and she wiggles and she's trying her darndest to get her knees under her to crawl. She's just telling you she's close. I've been saying that for a month now. She's close. I've been saying that since she was 9 days old. Because she wiggles and she can scoot and she can move, but she's not crawling yet. And that's fine. She's not behind. She's 4 months old. She's not crawling yet. So the doctor only watched her for under 5 minutes. And Nellie, she didn't, because of the incline of the table, she didn't have the ability to do her rollover thing, but she wiggled up that table. And never laid flat. Never laid flat. So what happened? We go back to, she might have high tone. We need to do an early intervention evaluation again. I know I said it in another video. We did it when she was 6 weeks old. Why? Because at our 1 month visit, I showed the doctor the video of her rolling over. She might have high tone. We need to do an evaluation. Now, Miss Nellie stopped growing at 34 weeks gestation. They caught it at 37 weeks gestation. They did a C-section to get her out so she would have a better chance of thriving, which she has. She was born breech when they did the C-section because she flipped overnight from that ultrasound where they caught it to the next morning when they did the C-section. I hear her grunting in her sleep. She fell asleep after her pa this morning. So they've been watching her like a hawk because we have a history of in all of Georgie's issues, which were brought on by being shaken. He was born fine. He was beyond full term, perfectly healthy, fine. Logan, yeah, plethora of issues, but okay, that doesn't mean Nellie's going to. She's been beyond perfect and a bit advanced. All right, do it again. I called them up again, said it's me again. Doctor wants another eval for high tone, suspected cerebral palsy. The first time the doctor did this to me, I was still floating on postpartum hormones. Did not hit well. Really did not hit well because of, Georgie. But this time it was like, really? I gotta waste more resources. She's fine. But, if I didn't do the eval and something came up down the road, I'm not saying something will, but if something did, and I didn't do the eval, it could come back and bite me in the ass. So I called up the nice ladies, and the service coordinator for early intervention is coming out this afternoon to the house to do another intake and update info on what Nellie's doing now, what she is and isn't doing. So then after that, she'll contact some agencies in the area and see who has some slots available to do an early intervention physical therapy eval and then a global delay eval. Because when we do an intake eval, they will cover all their bases. They just get it all done. Just try to catch what they can, ahead of time. So, there's that. Miss Nellie's awesome. She laughs and she squeals and she coos and she cutest noises. Logan was a screamer and a yeller. I do not remember him ever being so freaking adorable. I mean, is it a girl thing? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Logan was cute. He was the cutest little boy. So was George. Just the cutest little boys. Absolutely adorable. There's just something a little different about Nellie, and I'm wondering if it's because she's a girl. Is there something different about little baby girls versus little baby boys? I'll be honest, I do not have much experience with babies beyond my own. I did not babysit. My siblings and I were very close in age. So I didn't really have the experience of a younger sibling that was a lot younger than me. I didn't babysit. Honestly, I didn't like kids. I didn't like little ones. I didn't like babies. They were gross. They pooped in their pants. It's gross. So, you know. George taught me so much. And then Logan taught me so much. And now Nellie is teaching me so much. You know, each kid's different. They really are. But then there's still the basics for, you know, kids. I gotta make more ice cream today. I felt awful. I felt so terrible for Sweetheart. He threw his back out and it laid him up for over a week. I mean, I think it's the worst I've ever seen him. It was just, I felt horrible. Because there's nothing you can do except for, you know, let them do what they know they need to do for their back. And he knows what he needs to do, and he does it. But George turned me into a nurturer, and I want to do more to help him. But it's not good for him, and he tells me that repeatedly. And I know it. And I know it frustrates him if he can't do something for himself. Because he's definitely not one of those guys that wants a woman to do for him. He is one of those guys that will do it himself and then do for his woman. Which is good for me, because when my conditions flare up and I'm laid up and can't do, it's good that he puts me on a pedestal and doesn't have a problem doing for me. I hate it. Because the way I was raised was you get up off your lazy bones and you do everything. Every flippin' thing. But I digress. Mr. Logan's doing good with his new insulin regimen that the diabetes doctor gave him for his insulin pump. Blood sugar's been way better under control. Plus his thyroid medication, I think, is helping. They increased that. And it's a balancing act. Our bodies are just a balancing act, let me tell you. Gotta have a nice balance, cohesive balance. Alright, I think we got everything scrubbed that I can scrub. Except for the baby bottles. I gotta get fresh, clean water. I didn't do them first. So I gotta rinse everything. Which means the water is gonna be turned on. And it's gonna get loud. So I'm gonna sign off and leave you with the family is doing good. I don't know, maybe you can hear Miss Nellie in the background and Mr. Logan peeking around my shoulder. But I'm going to rinse these dishes, and I'm going to then later this afternoon make a fabulous lunch, and I'll record that and get these videos posted for you. Little fruit fly. Okay, till next time.